They're ready for the title decider.
Alvaro Bautista won the championship decider in Alvaro Bautista's hands for the first from fourth position on the grid. Razgatlioglu and Locatelli. Yamaha's heading down towards turn number one, but Bautista's leapfrogged Locatelli and up into third place. Bronze all together. Bautista is wide. Locatelli is through. Bautista rejoins into the path of Axel up into P5. So chaotic start through the opening sector of this lap number one. It's Ray who leads us. A place to make up for him as Toprak goes toe-to-toe with Jonathan Ray. In towards turns have we seen these two try and go side by side through there, but it is Ray for the moment who defends successfully at the head of the field. Alvaro Bautista might quite fancy moving his way through swiftly of him Andrea Locatelli, because Axel Bassani is closing right in. He's made up alone, and Bautista does come through on Andrea Locatelli now for third, because Bassani hasn't been afraid of bullying a few riders this weekend in Indonesia. Needs to hit the front. Watch out for Bassani from fifth position, coming through on Andrea Locatelli like an out turn at number 10. Locatelli well offline, and that's Bassani promoted up into fourth, but it also is going to mean that Bautista's dropped well back actually from Ray, and Ray laps so far to Ray as they come in towards turn 10. This is where Razgatlioglu has made his passes on Jonathan Ray previously. On lap number 6, Toprak Razgatlioglu, your new race leader.
Yeah, the next section of the track is where Toprak's very strong. That's where he really needs.
Alvaro Bautista's going to capitalise on it. Ray was up all over the curbs coming through turns 8 sector of lap number 8. These two had a great scrap in race 1 of the Argentinian round a few weeks ago. Is Jonathan Ray going to have enough to fight? But he did on that particular occasion, or has Bassani got the legs now to escape away and claim a podium? Jonathan Ray, he had dropped over a half second behind Axel Bassani. He's going to take a run at him here as they come into the podium positions. Shades of that race 1 duel from San Juan last time out as Ray recovers. Kota Nazane, unfortunately, down in the gravel trap. He was running outside of the points in 17th position.
Just after the hairpin in the middle of the lap, and Kota's weekend ends. He's got one more weekend, a Moto2 World Championship rider next year.
Alvaro Bautista, who again is alongside. This is to get it stopped in time. It looks as though he can, and the champion-elect is also your race 2 leader here at the Man.
To win this in style, and he knows there's a chance to beat Toprak, but he's got to hold Toprak off the next couple of corners.
Now Toprak has the opportunity in towards turn 10, and he's not going to pass that opportunity up. He quickly recovers to the racetrack and the racing line, but through turns 11 and 12 it'll be tough about.
Well, but Alvaro's bike works really well from this point onwards, and that's where he's going to try and make his move back on Toprak.
Yes, Bautista was close a lap ago through 15 and 16, then made the pass in towards turn 1. This time Bautista's done 15. That's outstanding from Alvaro Bautista.
Really important to make the move in that position as well, towards that last corners as well. So for Alvaro Bautista, he's willing to put it on the line to win this race.
It is very much a race for first and second places here, and it's Bautista versus now in towards turn 10. The pair of them are going to be careful here because they could open the door for Jonathan Ray. Alvaro Bautista all over the back of him, and Jonathan Ray directly behind. And this is why we've been talking of an era of World SBK, the top 3 different manufacturers with their individual best men at the front of the field.
Yeah, such different strengths for the bikes and the riders out there as well, and that's why we end all the way through the season in World SBK. But you can see for Bautista, not probably close enough to try and move on Toprak. This point onwards for Alvaro, you've got to be tidy. He's not tidy on the run through there. That's going to cost him a lot of last couple of laps, just able to find something. Locatelli doing the same now.
Here goes Andrea Locatelli on Axel Bassani. The cut back and does get alongside Locatelli, but doesn't quite have the high ground as the position. Bassani now trying to sweep around though, and that really is excellent defence from Axel. 4 kilometres until he is confirmed world champion.
Yeah, and he's got a second in hand over Jonathan Ray now, so this can Alvaro Bautista now just needs to hit all of his markers, counting down the corners now until he can wrap up a second world champion, Grand Prix world champion as well.
You can almost feel that Jonathan Ray knew it was Bautista in front of him. Could Ray put him under some pressure and just nick an extra few points? Because as we said previously, if Ray got Bautista would have ceded that place.
Yeah, much as Ray likes to have a scrap with everyone around him, it's all about winning race. Not really that big of a difference for Jonathan Ray, so he's settled down, making sure he's able to claim another point.
Tail of Andrea Locatelli as well for 4th position, but no change there, and does look as though our top 10 positions are settled. And bar the shouting, it's Oglu then coming through. The final sector now begins. Alvaro Bautista behind Toprak Razgatlioglu. But what a season it's been for Alvaro Bautista. The return, wins and championship contention against the two men who've taken the last 7 world titles in 4 years. 85 Grand Prix without a podium before arriving in this pack. 11 races before he threw it all away. Redemption for 2019, 3 years on. World SBK is their first rider's title since 2011, and Alvaro Bautista wins the
Fantastic display from top rack Razgatlioglu, but nothing was ever going to title. He came to the championship in 2019, and some would argue this world championship in the 125cc class. Bautista is on top, wants to settle back to Bologna for Ducati, and is the first Spanish world champion since cold. It really has been a 2022 season to behold for Bautista, who has broken record. He's been dominant in his quest for the world championship, and that was mirrored of Jonathan Ray and Toprak Razgatlioglu congratulating your new world champion for 2022, Alvaro Bautista.
Race, I got stuck a little bit behind Bassani, but honestly, when I got clear track, it was just 10th by 10th. I was
in the race. I am try to everything because my last chance here.
You will know I'm so happy